Hello everyone, I am Tejas, and in this video we are continuing the series of computer network, and in this video we are learning components of computer network. So there are mainly three components of computer network. One is nodes, second is media, and third is services. So these are the three nodes. These are the three components of computer network. The computer network is based on these three components. So let's learn each of them one by one. So nodes are the devices, and there are two type of nodes. One is end devices and one is intermediate devices, or devices or nodes. Both are the same things. So end devices means those devices which are not inside the communication of data. Those devices which are at corner points or which are at end, as name says, they are end devices. So the features of end devices are either they send data, or they receive data. So for example, you are browsing something, so you are sending some data to someone, and then in response someone is sending some data to you. So the sharing and receiving of data is done with the help of end devices. So this is the work of end devices. The examples of end devices are computer, laptop, mobile phone, printer, smart TVs. These are examples of end devices or end nodes. Second is intermediate. Wait a second. Intermediate devices. Second one is intermediate devices. Intermediate devices are the devices which are not actively sending or receiving the data, but they are just helping the data to transfer. They are there to just forward the data. They are there to just forward the data. So for example, if you are requesting something from some website, then what will happen? So not on website. Example, that you are calling someone or you are chatting someone on WhatsApp. So what happened at that time? So you are sending some message, so you are sending some data from your mobile phone. So what happened, that your data or your message whatever you send, that will go from these intermediate devices. So you can understand by this example. So consider this is your mobile phone, and this is your friend's mobile phone. So what happened, you are sending your data from this device, which is end device. So these two are end devices, and in between these two there are going to be some devices. Those devices are called intermediate devices. The example of intermediate devices are routers, switches, bridges, hub. These are intermediate devices. Their work is to just simply transfer the data. They are not preparing a data, or they are not generating a data. Their work is simply the transferring data. They are like vehicles, as simple as that. So simply, nodes are of two types: one end devices, and second is intermediate devices. So I have just explained both of them. Now let's proceed to next slide. Now there are three components of computer network, which I already said. One nodes, second media, and third service. Now nodes are done. Now we are proceeding towards media. So media is just the link. Media is just the way how the data is proceeding towards their destination. The data is proceeding towards its destination. So work of media is to just carry data from one node to another node. Media does not create data, or whatever. Media does not deal with data. The work of media is just to transfer the data from one node to another node, or from one device to another device. So media is of two types, as it's shown here. One wired media, one wireless media. As name suggests, wired media means the when the transfer of data is happening with the help of some wires. Wires may be optical fiber, wires may be LAN cable, or there are a lot of fibers, like we use USB cables for charging our mobile. Those cables will also be used as data transfer cables. Like if you want to transfer your data from your mobile phone to your laptop, then we can also use those cables. So those are wired way of communication of data, wired way of communicating the data. One is wired and second is wireless. So the example of wireless transmission media is Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. The data transfer is done without help of any wire. So data transfer is done with the help of some signals. So if the wire is not getting used, then the transfer is done with the help of signals. So the example of wireless transmission media is Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Bluetooth is a short range transmission uh, sh- short range transmission media, and Wi-Fi are little more than that. The satellite media, or yeah, we can say that satellites are the example of wireless. Satellites are also the example of wireless media and wireless transmission media, as it's shown. But satellites are like high range wireless transmission media. So the range of satellites is like in kilometers. So simply the summary is, transmission media is of two types: one wired, one wireless. Wired means you are using some wires, optical fiber or LAN, and wireless means we are dealing uh, we are dealing with transmission of media without help of any wire. So example of wired, as I already said, optical fiber. Example of wireless, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. So second is done, media is done. Now third is network service. Network service is like network service is very simple thing, like how we are using the network. So there are thousands of applications of computer network, like sharing file, printing, email, video conferencing. Whatever you are doing on your network is it will be considered as network service. So this is a small video, and in this video we have learned the components of computer network. One is media, second one is nodes, second is media, third is service. In nodes there are two type of nodes. One is end devices, second is intermediate devices. End devices are your mobile phones, and the server, these are end devices which send or receive the data. Intermediate devices are switches, routers and bridges. In media there are two types of media: wired, wireless, and services are those are just simple functionalities provided over a network.